My name is Austin Hirschberg, and this is my video for EDL 856, Module 1. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Heston, Kansas, which is a small town in south central Kansas. It's about 30 minutes north of Wichita. I graduated from KU in 2015. My wife, Samantha, and I are pictured over here on the top left. We live in Lawrence with our son, Hudson. He's going to be 2 in December. She's actually a teacher also and teaches special education. We've got 2 dogs, Gunner and Breezy, both boxer mixes. And then a few of my hobbies include fishing, golfing, hunting, barbecuing, and drawing. Professionally, this is my 5th year in education, 2nd year in my current position, which is K through 5 PE. A little bit about why I chose education and more specifically physical education. Growing up, I played just about every sport. Throughout high school, I had a big passion for athletics and knew I wanted to do something that revolved around sports, and actually started as a sports management major when I was at KU. And then as I was a sports management major, I worked at a basketball camp or several basketball camps one summer throughout the state of Kansas. Had the opportunity to work with youth and realized that I really enjoyed working with students, and which led me to work as a camp counselor one summer in Arkansas, again with youth, and realized that I could combine working with youth and my passion for athletics, and PE seemed to be a good fit and a good answer for that. And as I've gotten into physical education, I've realized that I have a lot more responsibility than just establishing athletic skills, but also establishing lifelong skills such as sportsmanship and integrity, and also creating healthy habits that will benefit students as they get older. In my current position, I'm shared between 2 elementary schools, Linwood Elementary, pictured over here on the top. That's in Linwood, Kansas. Linwood just had a tornado come through in May, and luckily there weren't any lives lost or anything like that, but we did have some students displaced and teachers, and we're still kind of recovering from that a little bit. And then I'm also shared with Glenwood Ridge Elementary, that's actually where I spend most of my time. I'm at Linwood for about 2 hours in the morning, and then at Glenwood Ridge for the rest of the day. And I actually really enjoy being at 2 different schools and not being in the same classroom all day long. Both are in Basehor Linwood School District. Previous to this position, I taught adapted PE in Washburn Rural. And then one of my other responsibilities right now, I coach 7th grade football at Basehor Linwood Middle School. As far as school community relationships, number one key I think is partnerships with resources in the community and organizations. I think each of us has different unique opportunities where we can have students volunteer to work for those organizations, and then also utilize organizations in our community for educating our students. I think it's kind of a two-way street with helping them out, and then also them allowing different opportunities for our students to learn outside of the classroom. Transparency within the community. I think inviting in the community members and relaying what we're doing in the classroom is a great key to school community relationships. And then also relationships with families and having different family event nights, inviting parents in, and creating those healthy relationships with family members. You always want them to feel welcome at the school and feel like they know exactly what's going on behind closed doors. As far as communication and areas that I can improve, a couple things that our school district does. We have a software called Skylert. We use that for snow day communication, family event night communications, parent-teacher conferences. It's Skylert. You can it's a voicemail that'll call anybody who signs up for it and just leave a automated voice message or whatever message you're trying to relay to parents or whoever it is. And then we also send out weekly newsletters at our schools. When I coached 7th grade basketball in Washburn Rural, we used an app called Remind to communicate with parents about practice schedule changes or whatever it was. It Remind's an app that would just send a message to their phone, almost like a text message, like a large group message, without having to get all the different responses. I think social media, especially in today's day and age, almost everybody has either Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever it is. I think finding ways to communicate via social media is huge and should be a goal of just about any school. Specifically for me, areas that I can improve. I'm in charge of scheduling field days at both of the schools that I'm at, and we get parent volunteers to sign up to work those stations. PTO kind of schedules the parents and contacts them. I think as a teacher, if I could contact the parents instead of PTO being kind of the middleman and create more relationships with parents that way, that would be helpful. And then also, I need to be a little bit more visible, especially between both schools. I know a lot of the parents know my name, but they might not know my face, especially this being only my second year. So, trying to be as visible as possible and being a little bit more welcoming that way. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching.